Hey there, boys. This is day 3 of going from 0 to 10k per month. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been pretty inconsistent on the uploads, and that's largely due to me getting a job. So, by now, I should have been at around week 2 of this journey, which I started back in December. And yeah, so I got a job Friday, so 2 weeks ago at Friday, and to be honest, it has just been pushing me to make a whole lot more money with my business. I've made no money, but I just want to do more work, get more money, and quit that job as soon as possible. Like the first week, I couldn't even stand there. Like it's a kilometer away from my house. So I walk every single day. I walk to my job and I walk back home. And every single time during that trip, I was just thinking to myself, just depressed, anxious. I was just thinking, why did I sleep 6 hours per night? Like I should have slept 4 hours maximum. I should have been doing 600 cold calls every single day, not 400, 600. I should have started posting during January and not during March. I shouldn't have been afraid. I shouldn't have had all of those bullshit fears. I should have started getting into sales quicker. I should have learned more about sales. I should have just improved every part of my business. I should have been sending more cold emails, more cold outreach, more everything. And yeah, so one of the other things that has changed during this period has been that I finally started running ads. So in my job, I get around 20 euro, which is about $25 per every single day. Yeah, so every single day I get about $25 in tips from customers at the bar, and I've just been stashing away almost all of that money, and I've just been putting it all to my bank account so that I can use it for ad spend, because that's what I had promised to do. Because that's what I had promised myself during March. Because I thought that even if I don't land my first client, I'm gonna get a job, and all of my money, all of my tips, I'm gonna be putting straight into ad spend. So I've not spent all of that money. I've tried to save it. I haven't been just pouring money down the drain on stupid shit. I've mostly been saving it up and using it for ads. I also got my Google Workspace account back up running, which is pretty good because I had no money, and I now owed Google like 31 euro. So yeah, now that's all fixed. So I started my first ad. I published my first ad yesterday at around 6 p.m. and honestly I expected better results. So I published that ad, and currently I have spent about 5 euro, 4 euro and 92 cents, which I didn't expect honestly, because I thought that Facebook would just take my entire 15 euro, which is my daily ad spend. I just thought that Facebook would just entirely take my 15 euro and just spend it immediately. But what I've come to find out is that Facebook doesn't even operate in that way. So I've only gotten about not 192 views on that ad, and my ad spend is super low. I have gotten nobody to click on my landing page. I've gotten nobody to book a meeting. Nothing has been going on. Now, that ad was about how I helped a client rank at the top of Google by changing this one simple thing. And yeah, I'm not really sure why it didn't perform as well, because I don't even have any data, to be honest. I tried to target it to a specific age group, to men in Phoenix, Arizona, who are 30 to 65 plus years of age. And I don't know if I made a mistake with that. Perhaps I should have kept it just more vague. I should have just included men and 30 years old to 65 years of age. And I should have just removed the Phoenix, Arizona completely. Perhaps I should have included the entirety of the United States. I don't know, but we'll test out. So one of the things that I've been lacking insanely on is posting. So before getting this job, I used to post 7 times a day on Twitter. I used to post 2 times a day on Instagram, and I used to post 2 times a day on Facebook and YouTube. Now, I largely messed that up because I thought that I didn't have enough time, when in reality I could have gotten that time aspect figured out. Because But after I came home, I would have like 10 minutes of free time, and during that 10 minutes, I could have easily just carved up, just posted 2 videos or recorded 2 videos, and then I could have edited them at work. But yeah, so I've kind of started to figure that out now. And during my job, when at times when there aren't any clients, I'll just sit down and I'll edit a video or I'll post on X to try to make sure that I get my uploads as consistent as possible. So some of the things that I'll be starting to do is I'll be focused more on ads. I'll make an ad tomorrow. I'll record it and then I'll edit it while I'm at my job, and I'll launch it once I get home. So I launched that ad, and I'm thinking about launching it with with the same ad budget. So the 15 euro, I think I'm gonna spend between the 2 ads and see how that works out. Because I heard from Brad Scales, because I just saw a tutorial from him, that you shouldn't really split the budget between multiple ads. You should have a specific ad budget for every single ad. But I don't know how I'll operate. I'll just try that out and see what happens. So yeah, and that ads will be a lot more focused on the offer, so it'll be a lot more direct. It will not be hidden away like a soft sell. It will be a direct hard sell to everyone who could be interested. Now, these 2 days I had a break from my job and I had a break from school today. So what I did is I cold called. I started cold calling again after a full week break because I really couldn't. I had no time because I was at my job. And the performance was really terrible, because before this job I used to consistently do 400 to 500 to sometimes even 600 cold calls every single day. And yesterday and today I don't even know if I've gotten to the 600 cold call mark. That's how little I've been cold calling. And that's largely due to me being unfocused, not being focused, because I would split my laptop screen. On one screen I have the prospect list, and on one screen I have a YouTube video or a movie or something else like that, just to keep me entertained. And I found out just today that just got me to not be focused. I lost all my focus and I wasn't speaking properly. And yeah, that's about it when it comes to cold calling. During these 2 days, I probably only spoke to really six or seven business owners in total. So that's terrible. And I've also been cold emailing, but I haven't been cold emailing that much. I've only been doing around under 50 cold emails per day, which from what I've seen on Twitter from some of the guys that I follow, that's nothing. You need to have hundreds of domains. You need to be sending at least 200 to 1,000 or however many emails you want to send every single day. Because realistically, all it comes down to is a numbers game. You can have the shittiest email, and one random guy will be in a positive mood. It will be on his wedding day. Everything will be going good for him, or he will be on his honeymoon and he will think, let's give this guy a chance and I'll be able to sell it. So really it's all a numbers game. So I'm gonna try to up that. I'm either going to invest some other money. So I'm either gonna split the tips into two. So half is gonna go towards the ads and half is gonna go into automating emails so that I can buy domains and I can send way more emails. Or I'm just gonna be entirely focused on ads and just try to make that as good as possible, which is honestly what I'm thinking about doing. Because if you split your energy and your time and your money into multiple different things, you'll really not see any success for a long time. Whereas if I just invest my time, my energy, and my money strictly into ads, I'll become good at it after a shorter period of time. But I understand that I'll have to fail multiple times before this. Like, I knew going into this that I was gonna fail, that I was gonna have to do it multiple times before I could even get a lead. And every lead, like if I close that customer, if I close the lead, he is easily worth $1,000 per month with all the upsells and everything else included. So I suppose that without spending at least $300 in ad spend, I'm not gonna get my first client, you know. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm planning on just increasing my ad spend. I'm planning on posting more. So right after I get back home from school, I mean, school finishes in about a week anyways. So I'll have more time. I'll be recording videos in the morning. I'll be handling every part of my business. I'll be running more ads. I'll be recording more, just doing more, whatever I can. And in the afternoon, I'll be at my job working. So yeah, boys, that's about it for today. I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna go back to sleep because it's 1 a.m. and I wanna have some energy for tomorrow because I've got a long day ahead. So yeah, boys.